Well, it'd been a couple weeks, a little bit parched. It'd been some time, but make no mistake about it, the tea with Jack D is back. JD, welcome back.
How we doing, everyone?
Winging it here. We got Brendan Duarte, Alex Bursick. Austin made the correct decision going to a suite for the hockey game, Dallas Stars tonight, but we'll miss him. We'll get him back. Want to dedicate most of this to the tea, and let's start with basically something that we kind of talked about last week, but it's still ongoing, and that's Gabby Petito. All of a sudden, Dog the Bounty Hunter, since we last talked, is on the case. He has apparently tracked him down like closer than the FBI has in the last 2 months, and he's doing skywriting saying come out wherever you are or something of the sort, because he's tracked him down to an island. How the hell is Dog the Bounty Hunter solving this case, and where are we at in the latest with Gabby Petito, Jack?
That's what I kind of want to know. Is I want some proof that how the hell does he know he's on this island? That's what I can't figure out. Go ahead.
So he's narrowed it down to he's on an island. He knows which island he's on.
That's the last I've heard, because then he's got like literally plain skywriting or like a message behind a plane saying, "We know where you are, Brian. Turn yourself."
Yeah, we might need our fact checker, but I think what I saw was that his family and him had visited this island like off the coast of Florida like in the past, like recently, and so all the clues are leading that he's like hiding on this remote island.
It's riveting because we had he went live on Instagram for whatever reason for like 40 seconds, and it's just him like in front of water. So people are like, "Oh my God, he skipped the country. Holy crap." And then Dog the Bounty Hunter somehow finds out the missing clue that his parents were at like kind of a campground before they tracked to the campground. It was found that yes, they did sign in, and then all of a sudden he's gone.
Dog is definitely using this as his comeback tour, I think, because he was kind of
what is he most known for?
He was in hot water for a little bit because there was like a phone call that got leaked of him saying racist stuff. No. And then his wife passed away, so he's kind of been out of the light for a bit. But I think I was laughing so hard at the video of him at the parents' house, just
showing up at the door.
Like, dude, they're not coming outside. Like,
he looks like a WWE character.
He does 100%. He basically is. My God. So basically, the other funny thing I found that was TikTok is a funny place. Not only are they solving the crime, they're finding Brian Laundrie's doppelganger. Have you seen Not Brian Laundrie on TikTok?
You sent me that, didn't you?
Talk about a string of bad luck, looking like, I want to set this up. Here's a guy probably in his, early 30s, I don't know, middle 30s, short, bald dude. And then picture his doppelganger. And this guy is literally commenting about how all of a sudden he's at a bar and people are just looking at him. Like an undercover cop comes up to him and they're like, "Hey, are you Brian Laundrie?" Could you imagine?
As if Brian Laundrie, if that was actually him, we're just gonna say, "Oh, yep, that's me. You caught me."
Yeah, I'm just hanging out at this bar.
Yeah, that sucks. That's like, I don't know who would be worse to look like right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty common look, I feel like. So I feel like there's got to be a good amount of people out there that, I mean, bald, like middle-aged white dude, like there's got to be a good amount of them out there that look like that.
I mean, this guy looks identical to Brian Laundrie. It's kind of crazy, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah. So like, is he he's just not trying to get out of the country? Like, wouldn't you guys be just like, I'm getting the hell out of here?
Oh, absolutely. But
I don't know. That's what I guess.
Yeah, that's definitely what I would do. But it's
imagine
just
the resources that goes into that is kind of my thing. Like I imagine too, he's trying to skip town, but it's weird because I look at Brian Laundrie again. I'm not trying to slam the guy, but I don't know. He looks a little middle-aged. Again, you could definitely point him out, and he's living at home with his parents with his 22-year-old girlfriend who he's allegedly murdered. Mm-hmm. How the fuck does that guy have the resources to skip the country? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking
he doesn't. You're right. Unless he just straight up drove down to Mexico.
Right. I'm thinking like Homeland, like someone's getting like secret passports from an underground source of something just to disappear. I don't have that as Brian Laundrie.
I read something that they think he's kind of like the movie Into the Wild, that he can just fend off the land for like days in the woods. But I don't know. He can't do that forever. I mean,
Alex, you were kind of touching on that, how people could just disappear into the woods sometimes, Colorado, Alaska, different spots.
What's wild to me is like these guys I work with, so they're actually out of Utah, and they just, they get on a back road in the mountains, and they're like, sometimes they'll hop a fence, and I'm like, that's so illegal. I think it's like $15,000 fine immediately, plus you get arrested. But they just say that they like find themselves out there for like a week, just like kind of living out the backpack, and like if they hunt they can. And I'm like, dude, I don't know, it's wildlife stuff.
Do you guys roundtable, do you think we're gonna find them? Because it's kind of getting to like, I feel like we should, but it's kind of getting to the point where it's like, where are the leads? It's been 2 months.
I think eventually we'll find him. I mean,
I think they can find him dead.
Yeah, they could also I give it a 50-50.
Oh, like self-inflicted.
They'll definitely find him, but I give it a 50-50 on whether or not he's dead or alive.
Really?
But just to touch on that, what I had said, I just looked up that quote from that article, and it just said he's well versed on spending long times in the woods and living off nearly nothing. So
it kind of looks like
okay. He's a wild. Alex, did we get anything notably wrong from last week?
I try to look it up, but I mean, no. I mean, as far as I can see, sharp. It looks it looks
as long as we're sharp, on. We're good. Okay, so not Brian Laundrie. That's pretty tough. Have you guys speaking of people you don't want to be right now, have you guys seen what's going on with Urban Meyer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
What's he doing? Like,
I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's kind of sportsy, but it's not, because here's a guy that says, you know what? After he's like allegedly faked a heart attack and then had a receivers coach drug him along just for no reason, even though he was a wife beater. And now he says, you know what? I'm going to take over the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he just sucks. Like, the team is the worst in the league. And he doesn't even leave on the team plane on Thursday. He just goes to Columbus because he had to be at Urban Meyer's pint house with a girl just kind of grinding on his dead corpse as he's wasted.
Is he divorced?
No.
That's what I was wondering. Isn't he married?
No. He is married, yeah. And I just saw this not an hour ago. There is a mural of Urban with his wife on the restaurant's wall. and this woman didn't even know who Urban Meyer was.
Wasn't it like a college-aged woman too?
I want to say young 30s. I don't know. There's pictures of her where she's literally posing a selfie with Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer can barely keep his eyes open, and he's wearing an Ohio State, pullover. Yeah. And she goes, "Who is this guy? He keeps flirting with me." Like, it's like, really?
Did you guys hear about the like in the locker room recently or since then? Yeah, like
no, enlighten us.
I don't have the quotes on hand, but I guess there's like 4 different accounts of interviews from inside the locker room, basically anonymous. And it was just like, he's really lost the guys. He's lost a lot of like, he's pulled people one by one instead of just like coming to the team straight up and saying
that's the best part about it was this kind of surfaces on Sunday. NFL football tries to drown it out, doesn't really work because it's so funny. Like, it's just Urban Meyer again. He cancels Monday's meeting. Like, just says no because he's trying to deal with like all the the outcry from Monday.
His wife.
Yes, he's apologizing to his family. You said it, Alex. Tuesday, he couldn't face the team as a whole, so he held positional meetings where basically it came in and was like, yeah, I don't know who this. This was reported. I don't really know. This person was kind of just dancing around me. I shouldn't have been around there. And then not before he takes a step out of the room, like to the hallway, the entire room of players is just bursting out laughing. The team is lost. It's crazy. The owner's saying, yeah, he's got to earn our trust again. I mean, it's literally a TMZ story for one of the lamest franchises ever.
This is what happens to like wild star players, not coaches.
This was like Manziel.
Yeah, exactly. Not Urban Meyer.
Right.
Like reading that article title of him apologizing for having a young woman on him is like, dude, this looks like it's like the Onion article or something. Like,
well, sorry to interrupt. Just the man head is straight, like whole hand on her butt, and I'm like it.
Someone goes, he's trying to teach a center how to get better snap counts. It was bizarre. There was like 20 people. I found it funny that it was at a place literally called Urban Meyer's Pine House, and it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah. You can't be doing that.
Trevor Lawrence needs to get him a Bible or something.
Well, that was another funny thing was Urban was reportedly worried about Trevor Lawrence going to Vegas for his bachelor party or for his 21st or 22nd. It's like, really, bro? And you went to Columbus and couldn't keep your hands full. I went to wait, hold on. Have you guys heard of? I just discovered this last night, and I'm intrigued. Squid Game.
Yes, Jack and I just watched the first episode right before we started recording.
Thoughts?
I watched it full. Wow. You see it too, Jay? Like, have you done, Jay?
No, Brendan and I literally watched the first episode like 30 minutes ago. I thought it was good, the first one.
Very intrigued after the first episode. It's crazy that it's on track to be the most watched Netflix show of all time.
Is it hard with the subtitles?
No, I don't think so.
It's kind of like Parasite, right? Wasn't that
exactly like Parasite or Narcos?
I recently watched Parasite with Brendan for the first time I ever saw it, and I usually don't like the subtitle thing like that, but I was so into it that like this first episode of this, I kind of just thought of it as the same thing.
It's interesting. I've actually yet to see Parasite, so I'm probably just missing out like that.
Very good movie.
Alex, it's awesome. You watched the entire series?
Yeah, I got addicted to it, like 4-day binge probably, but it gets, there's some actually really good like moments in there, like scenes in there. And I guess, Jack, I don't know, have you seen more about the I guess the guy who wrote the story?
Yeah.
Like I guess he went like 10 years or something like that without getting someone to like take it on or like take on the project, and here it is today. So
I
was gonna say, I saw he wrote it in like 2009 and no one would take it on, and then he went like broke and had to sell his laptop to like get through like
$675.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
How much won?
Yeah,
it's really great. What's crazy about that too is like, think about it. He was probably, because you have something, I'm imagining it's TVMA or it's something that could only be made on Netflix, right? Because it's pretty gory.
Yeah, it's gory.
I've heard it gets really dark.
Okay, so my point is like kind of, this guy is thinking like, holy shit, this thing's a dud, and then all of a sudden, boom, streaming services are all of a sudden the new thing, and it's just content. I mean, good Lord. I'm watching Peacock, because now I got screwed. You have to have cable to have NFL Sunday Ticket. So I cut the cord, boom, there goes my Sunday ticket. So now I'm back to being a simpleton, watching the Vikings lose 14-7, and then hopefully the other game on Peacock. But it's not without seeing the Halloween trailer 70,000 times this weekend. Some random ass Peacock show. Apparently Jon Stewart has a show on Apple TV Plus. I mean, there is just everything. And it's all about just putting content out there, and eventually it's going to find its niche, not unlike Squid Game.
Yeah, absolutely. With this, like, the introduction of streaming services and with them getting bigger, it's a lot more like fair game for pretty much any type of TV show. Like you said, like this is something that I feel like never would have made it to cable TV just because of how dark and gory it is. But
and think about how much cable TV we used to like and we thought was like, oh, Prison Break, which is a great show. But like, now that we're grown up and we kind of see what the hell is like, I saw an ad for Ordinary Joe premiering on NBC. Like there's always just some new premiering this fall. Queen Latifah is the enforcer. What? But yeah, I mean, it's streaming services where you can actually have the palette to make great television without boundaries.
Yeah, I love it.
675 USD is 801,000 Korean won.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like the Hunger Games with a twist, isn't it? Like it's like kid games, and then it's, I guess, obviously more Korean, but
it is wild.
Yeah. Okay. Shit. I'm gonna have to put it on my list.
I highly suggest the watch, but like, there's cringeworthy moments. I think just in the whole like translating to like the English market, but like, or I guess the American market, I should say. Yeah. But it really like captivated me. I was like, holy shit! And then, like you said, Brendan, it gets kind of dark, and there's some like, I don't know. When you start to figure the game out more and stuff, you're just like, holy.
It makes you turn away.
It's just weird.
I mean, that's what's kind of the beauty of what TV can, like True Detective season 1 does this too. Like the part where Woody Harrelson in the closing episodes is like, after his life with Matthew McConaughey, he discovers the crackhead's baby in the microwave. And it's like, oh my God, it's just, it has ways of making you shudder, but that it kind of makes for great television movies too. Speaking of shuddering though, but not for the same reasons, Brendan, have you come across Briggs Tok?
Yeah. The little 5'5" pledge at, I think it's UNC, right?
Yeah, UNC, correct.
And he just does TikTok dances because that's how they haze him, but he absolutely blew up.
Yeah, I know.
I see all these TikToks now of girls duetting him, and they're like, "Oh my God, Briggs, come to my formal with me."
Yeah, like he's houseboying for like a sorority, and someone's like, she's video. He's like, "Look, it's Briggs." Like everyone fucking knows him.
Yeah.
How does that fucking happen?
At the bar like Urban Meyer.
Honestly, that would be. I think I was telling Brendan last night. I think as a pledge, that would be pretty fire. Like everyone is. Like now, like people are TikToking like him just sitting at the game with his grandparents, and they're like, Briggs spotted. Like, he's probably got all girls coming up.
How does TikTok just like literally look and just, out of the millions of videos go, you know what? This guy's going to be all over everyone's fucking FYP. Yeah. Hey, speaking of Loki viral, Brennan, your TikTok had me weak this weekend.
The water.
Yeah,
bro, but come on, I gotta call you out. You pulled a cane there, did you not?
I did. Yeah, I've definitely seen that TikTok done before with like.
No, but it was a nice spin with like milk. Yeah.
I woke up Saturday morning still kind of feeling myself from the night before. I was like, let's rip a TikTok, and it's at like 80,000 views right now. I think it's got a couple thousand likes.
No, your selection is great because it's like your last two videos are like solid, but this one is just, it's a pure comedy. I can't stop watching it. It's perfectly timed because you're like, you're about to start it, and then she says one more thing. You go, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, fun fact. I was at Austin's condo or apartment when I recorded that, and the first time I did it, I like spit water everywhere all over his place. And then we realized that my microphone was on mute the whole time. So I had to fucking do it again after that.
Behind the TikTok.
Water everywhere.
I was at a hotel in Chicago and I was using the gym, and there was a couple people in there, and I stopped and watched that and just started dying. And all these people in the gym are just staring at me, like, what are you laughing at? But yeah, that was hilarious.
Cataline mope or whatever. Yeah, that's. I just appreciated that you had seen that one because it was this guy from like a couple months ago who did that. And yeah, I just imagine you waking up in the morning and you're just like, you know what, this is a great idea to bring back. Oh, shit, that'd be weak. Okay. This is Logan Paul. I saw, speaking of TikTok, I saw a video of like someone was like, Logan Paul is sitting at my, next to me in a cafe in Bend, Oregon. And I was like, what? I was like, but it was him. I was like, well, first of all, what is he doing there? And I guess on Impulsive, his podcast, he said, some guy was like trying to take a video of him at a strip club. And he's like, what are you doing? Hey, let's go take a shot. It was a very awkward interaction. But it got me thinking, like, who are the famous people that a majority of people would recognize? Like, there's obviously going to be some people that be able to move by incognito, but I think of like the Jenners that you can't go by a street without everyone knowing what's going on.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, is Logan Paul one of those guys? I feel like he is, but at the same time, he could not be.
No, because I don't think like the older generation would recognize him.
Yeah, it's like almost 18 to like 35, maybe. That might be the cutoff.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
this kind of pertains to one of the things I had screenshotted for the T, but Kanye was spotted at LAX alone flying commercial like a couple of days ago, and someone got a selfie with him, but he had like black hood up. So people would obviously, recognize Kanye, but
yeah.
Like, it's crazy. He was flying alone and just flying like American.
That's got to be dangerous. Like when you're that famous, like being alone, no security. Like,
I imagine Kanye asking for peanuts instead of the biscuits in commercial. Yeah, what is he doing? Does he get a middle seat? He's like, good God, Kanye at the airport. He's getting an Auntie Anne's pretzel at LaGuardia.
He flew American, but bought like half the flights.
Yeah, right. Bought out every single. Yeah,
it's just him. It's just him in the plane. He literally is just him and the stewardess crew and the flight.
Like that old video of him on the commercial plane just mixing beats.
Yeah, and he's like vibing with his headphones. That's a funny video.
It's like the soul playing. So we talked about not Brian Laundrie, and God, I decided to go against Saquon Barkley the other 2 weeks ago. Brennan's boy. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting Giants fans pissed at me, and someone said I was Scotty McCreery. And it got me thinking, what are some great doppelgangers? We've got not Brian Laundrie, right? Brendan's got Ellen DeGeneres. Jack, you've got, what is it? Isn't it Jonah Hill?
Jonah Hill,
yeah.
Bursick has the goalie from
the Jets. Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah,
That's my brother. Mark Messier. Who is it?
Hold on, one sec.
So let's look that up. Apparently I'm a country singer again, or American Idol fame. I had Finch from American Pie. Whoever the guy was from Wizards of Waverly Place, and oddly enough,
Gibby?
Whoever the guy was, it was I know him more as Ted Mosby's son from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, David Henry. Yeah, that's who that is. Yeah,
Oh shit!
That's like in high school when they made that LHS lookalikes page. I think Brad got paired with.
Ooh, all right, here we go.
Brad got paired with a thumb from Spy Kids.
Yeah. What's his name, Bursick?
Connor Hellebuck.
Hellebuck. Wow. I mean, I would honestly just go Alex and every generic hockey player ever. I mean, that's a solid doppelganger. Yeah.
I wish I played hockey. I've been sick.
Do you guys believe in doppelgangers though, as a notion where like because this guy, not Brian Laundrie, might be as close as it comes. I mean, yeah, you kind of look like someone, but do you actually believe that there is one person that actually kind of looks identical to you? Where like I imagine not Brian Laundrie looking at his phone one day and literally just not knowing what reality is anymore because he looks so much like this guy.
Yeah, I mean that'd be pretty freaky to see that someone look that similar to you.
Well, like if you looked like Ted Bundy, it'd be freaky too,
Yeah.
Like
yeah, literally.
But like, yeah, I really do believe in the doppelganger thing. Like, there's this guy I work with that is identical to I forget his name, but we went to high school with him. But I'd have to.
But you know it when you see it.
Yeah, and I was just like, what? Like, are you any way related? No, okay.
There was there was one time I was at Mizzou's like basketball camp, and I literally saw like the perfect combination of Drew Ellis and Tommy Moore camp. I think I still have this photo. Like it was like as if those two morphed. That was him. I was staring at him and he was looking back at me. We'll have to pull that up. Speaking of kind of like celebs, yeah, that's the thing. Like, maybe I'll do this next week. Like, I'll come up with a list of celebs that walk by you on the street. Say it's just you, right? Celebs walk by you. Are you noticing them or not? Like, maybe I could come up with a good list that was like, Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, who's going to be hard? Who's going to be not? Are you going to know when Lil Nas X walks by you? Maybe we'll play that game.
That'd be a good one. I have to think about that.
Yeah. I mean, we've had Waka Flocka passing by Brennan on a bicycle. Or no, sorry, that was Jake.
That was J. Cole.
Yes, that is my bad.
Sick. When was that?
That was in like 2019 when I was visiting New York City. He was riding his bicycle, listening to his headphones. Didn't even have AirPods, just had wired headphones.
Love that.
Oh man, that's tough. Did you guys ever know what let's get a little geographical. Did you know what the Darien Gap was? I just read about it.
First time hearing of it.
So it's basically, you know how Mexico and South America are connected? Like, isn't that through Panama, right? So this is kind of the marshland, the jungle in between. And apparently so many refugees are making, the march through this usually impassable jungle. Tribes there that are apparently violent. People that are militarized outside the government operating inside the jungle. Crazy stuff. And it just got me thinking where it's like, the jungle's not for me. Are you guys ever going to be like in an old age trying to hike kind of these unseen wonders? I don't need the mosquitoes. I don't need insects the size of my kneecap that I haven't even thought of before.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat there. Insects, mosquitoes, get those away from
alligators. Me. Alligators freak me the fuck out.
Yeah, the only way I can do it is like on Ari. Like that's it.
Yes, yeah.
Aren't you dealing with like sorry, go on, Jack.
I was just saying I wouldn't do it alone. Like I'd have to have a lot of money and have to pay for like some guides to just get me in and out of there.
Yeah, and usually this is kind of fighting for your life. It's not unlike Cuba in the refugee site or kind of thinking of it where it's like Cuba, on a tire raft, just trying to go to freedom. But yeah, if we are the safari in Africa is good because it's like you're in your own RVs and you've got and it's kind of cool that you kind of open up the top. It's like a weird sport trek vehicle. But yeah, you got your guides and you're kind of in a vehicle. But yeah, my parents once did. Could you imagine a gorilla in the wild? I think there's only one place you can go to for it, and it's like the mountains of Rwanda, and a guy just literally takes you through the wild with a machete. He's just macheting his way through the woods, and you don't know if you're going to see anything. It's all misty, and you're like, holy crap, what the hell is going on here? And all of a sudden, your guide just like kind of extends an arm out and just goes, there. And then you just look in between the mist, and it's just a gorilla freaking snorting kind of hot air just staring at you in between the leaves.
That would scare the shit out of me. How close does it get?
Like 40 yards away.
What if it charges at you?
I know, you just got to trust your guide at that point.
That fucking machete is not protecting shit.
No.
That thing would tear you apart like a rag doll.
Oh my god.
On the Darien Pass, is that what it?
The Darien Gap, yes.
The Darien Gap. At least 50 bodies have been recovered, and just like this article goes into like what they're crossing and going through, and back on those animals, like, dude, I met eyes with like a panther or something one time at the zoo, like as he's like walking by or whatever, and I remember that thing like stared into my soul, and I was like, nope, like I'm nothing to that thing. Like, I don't think I could handle it.
Winging it here with the guys. Shall we break early and get a quick tea in so we can get out of here and watch the Yankees Red Sox? We'll be right back after this.
Cool.
All right, let's get down to it. The tea with Jack D is back in full force. What do we miss out on, Jack?
All right, let's get started. Adele hasn't made an album in 5 years, and her new single off her album single's called Easy on Me, comes out October 15th. And I'm a big Adele fan, Rolling in the Deep and stuff. So her last album was called 25. This one's called 30. It's been 5 years. So
really
excited for that.
Anyone else? Excuse me. Anyone else? Adele fans like, yeah, she's fine. I'm not. I know she's she's got the hits, but I'm not seeking out her music. What's the one I do? Do I like? Not Rolling in the Deep. I don't know. When I was a DJ in North Dakota and I had to play the contemporary bangers, I fucked with Adele.
Hello.
Hello. Bingo. Thank you.
South Park's getting dirty.
Better respect. She can rip
She
it.
also recently lost like a lot of weight and looks really good.
I'll do you even one better. Do you know who she's dating?
LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, right?
Rich Paul. She is dating Rich Paul.
Yeah.
You know, that is crazy. I mean, Rich Paul what a glow up. Now he's like one of the most respected NBA agents. He's dating Adele, but what are you doing there, sir? You are begging for a breakup album to just absolutely tear you apart if that doesn't work out.
That's very true. Apart. Only person worse would be like Taylor Swift.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Adele would get you, Lana Del Rey. You're screwed.
South Park has done Adele pretty bad. If you guys South Park fans.
I can't believe South Park's still running. And then they bought their own rights, right? We talked about
that. And then did like seven new seasons or something.
Yeah,
that's right. In a movie. Yeah.
Something crazy. Yeah.
All right. Ian Corbett would not like this.
Oof.
Wildlife near the Glastonbury Music Festival, which is in, I think that's in London or England or whatever, is at risk from public urination because it's contaminated the water from all the urine has cocaine and Molly in it from the festival. So like all the wildlife is like big time at risk around there that swims in that water and gets drinks from it.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
And what's crazy is it's from the 2019 Glastonbury Festival that the traces are still in there. So people were off some drugs.
I imagine like, why isn't Miami just fucked? Like that hasn't killed the entire sea life of Miami.
Yeah.
Who knew? I mean, golf courses around Minnesota it's a bad day to be them when I'm out on the town. I'll tell you that.
Kodak Black has been ordered to a 90-day rehab. He failed another drug test on his probation, so he'll be in rehab for 3 months.
I don't get it because did you see the story in the NFL where Lyle Collins or whatever, the offensive tackle for the Cowboys, skipped 5 drug test appointments and then the 6th time tried to bribe the guy? It was like, bro, what? But then it's also like, I mean, it's legal in almost every state now, and eventually it's going to be there.
Wait, does the NFL still test for weed?
I don't understand it.
No, they don't.
I thought the NFL doesn't anymore.
Yeah,
I think you're right because Darian got a message from their coach saying like this, like specifically, we're not testing for weed anymore.
Right, and I feel like more companies are doing that. Yeah, I would imagine because the NBA has had to have stopped it. God, I mean, it's just stupid. But I've also heard of some companies that do. Like I heard one of my friends is like applying for like a coding job, and it's like, yeah, we drug test. Like what?
Oh yeah, employers still do.
Like why wouldn't pot help you kind of like code websites?
Well, I also think that one of the last things they'll stop is if you're on probation. That like they'll probably still drug test you forever. Probation. That's why you got drug tested. Okay. A man is dead from rabies after waking up to a bat biting his neck, and it's the first Illinois human case in 70 years of rabies.
Wow. How old was the dude?
He was just like probably like a 40-year-old dude, but like, I mean, if you woke up with a bat biting your neck.
Dude, I don't fuck with bats. Like I was cringing as soon as you were saying that.
Where the fuck was he?
In his house.
Transylvania.
No, Illinois. He was in Illinois.
Yeah, I know, but like, was he wasn't like sleeping outside? He let him.
Dude, and it's funny because when I saw this,
he was sleeping in a cave upside down.
I had just watched my cousin's Snap story, so I sent him this. And he was trying to get a bat out of his kitchen, and he lives in like downtown St. Louis, so maybe it was rabid.
Some people do.
I have a new fear now.
Yeah.
It was a vampire getting his blood was sucked. Dude, bats are like actually like some people build bat houses to like negate mosquitoes. Like they are kind of useful because I hate mosquitoes. I probably hate mosquitoes more than bats, but yeah, bats freak the fuck out of me, especially like that Office episode where Meredith the trash bag around her face with the bat and had to get a rabies shot.
I was helping my aunt clean her pool once when I was 6, and we were cleaning the leaves out. And I thought it was a leaf, and I picked it up to throw it, and this bat was stuck to the lining of the pool, and it hissed at me. And ever since then,
oh my god,
oh dude, I think I might have. I probably honestly could have peed myself. Like I was screaming in my aunt's backyard. It was scary as fuck.
I would cry right now, I think.
Yeah. I'm getting like the willies thinking about it.
Speaking of rabies, Kelsey, like I think one of the last couple of months she was living in Illinois in a like pretty populous apartment complex. She goes out to one of those dumpsters, you know, community dumpsters where everyone goes and throws their shit. And so she throws it in there, and then all of a sudden a raccoon just jumps on her face and starts clawing her.
No way.
She's like freaking out. She's calling me. I'm living in North Dakota. She's like crying like a raccoon and she had to get like a series of rabies shots, which are apparently some of the most painful kind of shit in the world.
Where do they inject you for the rabies shots?
You either get to choose in your ass cheek or your stomach.
Oh,
I would for sure go ass cheek.
You gotta go ass cheek.
That does not sound pleasant.
But would it be sore in your ass cheek like the COVID shot, like in your shoulder?
Yeah, I guess. That sounds terrible.
Just tell me, it's like you just ripped a couple lower abs, Sesh.
Okay. Ian Corbett also would not like this. Studies show air pollution may have caused millions of premature births in 2019.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that correlates, but it sounds, I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how a lot of these studies they figure them out, but Eminem opened a restaurant, a mom spaghetti restaurant in Detroit, and served spaghetti to the first 10 people who got there.
Is that's just, it's in 25-point font on the menu, just mom spaghetti. That's all they sell.
Did you guys see the Super Bowl halftime show lineup this year?
Mm-mm.
It's Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and
Dr. Dre,
and
Mary J.
Blige.
Unreal.
So am I only, if you remove Kendrick Lamar from that, isn't that just like the last 5 Super Bowls we've had combined? It's just like, like just Mary J. Blige just thrown into the last like 5 Super Bowl celebrations.
It's definitely because they're all from LA and it's at the LA stadium, but
which is sick.
Well, Eminem's not from LA, I guess, but the rest of them are. Kendrick's from there, Dr. Dre's from there.
Yeah,
easy to get them there.
Yeah,
that's a sweet stadium. That was on. I mean, the Raiders were basically a home team there last night, but I want to put that on my bucket list is SoFi Stadium and then the Allegiant Stadium in Vegas, 2 of the newest ones.
Okay. On an American Airlines flight in Florida, after they had landed, like waiting to, like they're pulling up to the gate, this dude pulled the emergency door and got out on the wing and tried to get out of the plane.
That's a heady play.
After that already landed, he just didn't want to wait.
Yeah, I guess
Power
so.
move.
It probably was Kanye, but yeah, then he got
it. Was it? It had to have been the emergency exit, right? Like,
yeah, it was like the exit, and I mean, people hate waiting. Like, I was on a plane and someone tried to run up to the front, but
I mean, but yeah. What do you're risking like 48 hours being detained as like a terrorist? Like, how quickly do you want to go get to your bag for?
And probably being like banned from American flight.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, this is kind of crazy. A 96-year-old woman who served as a secretary at a Nazi concentration camp is fleeing trial, or is caught. Sorry, she's caught after she fled trial, and she was charged with over 11,000 counts of accessory to murder. So she was on the lam for a little bit. She's 96, but they got her.
So you said she was she like participated in the Holocaust?
She was a secretary at one of the concentration for like one of the SS.
Guilty by association, yeah.
Yeah, SS commander of one of the concentration camps. But I don't get out of 96, you flee shit. Like, how do you, like,
Yeah,
She
I
was
wasn't
on
too
the
worried.
lamb.
Yeah, like where's she going?
My fascination is how they kind of have. It's been documented. I most recently watched what was it, The Pianist, which was kind of like one of the more detailed things of the Holocaust I had seen. That was just kind of disturbing, and it's sickening to realize it was like not that long ago. Like 80 years, I guess. But it's like, how are they still finding some of these people, these Nazis, right, that are like hiding?
Yeah.
Like they had to just hide in plain sight after that. Are we still doing secretaries? I mean, that was such a 50s through 90s job. Like, what, your secretary's your iPhone now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me think of like Mad Men show.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. Who's on your desk? Oh, it's Stacy.
Yeah. All right. In Turkey, there was a manhunt for a drunk man who wandered into the woods, and they found him because he was a part of the search party that was looking for him. And no one had any idea for like 2 hours that he was in the actual search party looking for himself.
Did it say how many people were like out searching?
On this one, it just said a massive manhunt after he got, they had like
that's got to be at least a couple hundred.
He's just like right next to you.
He's like making friends with other people with flashlights. It's like, dude, when are we gonna fucking find this guy? it's like the SpongeBob episode. They're walking by posters of his face.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is this guy?
Okay. YouTube is doing a little bit of censorship, and they're removing videos that spread misinformation about vaccines or like that talk bad about the side effects of it. So I don't know how that works, but
so we'll avoid doing that. You can catch us on YouTube later.
Yep. Dollar Tree has announced they got to start selling shit for more than $1. It's all going up to $1.25, $1.50.
That is the last. That's one of the last like OG spots though. Like I'd go there and just find random stuff and be like, $1 for that. Cool.
Yeah.
Brendan put it perfectly. Inflation. Kelsey's also a dollar store connoisseur. Great for crafting. You could find a lot of nooks and crannies in there that are obviously going to save you more than enough money.
They also have some they have like Tide detergent there and some stuff like that you can get for a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I'm probably passing.
No, sorry. I was just
I had a terrible joke and I already lost confidence as I was. I was going to say I'm probably passing on the barbecue sauce at dollar store, but yeah, any of the food items.
If you need a gift last minute, go to the dollar store and get like the bag, the card, everything.
A card, yes, correct.
Just make sure you don't give the Dollar Tree receipt.
The end friendship.
Speaking of barbecue, Arby's is to celebrate the debut of its real country style rib sandwich. It's a limited launch of smoked sweats. It's a burgundy sweatsuit that smells like smoked meat.
Okay.
That's fire. I mean,
yeah. So
can't not scoring that. Are you guys the McDonald's McRib is returning? Are you guys hyped for that?
I've never had the McRib.
Neither.
See, I kind of remember, dude, there was nothing better than whatever the hell the McRib was at your like elementary school on like with that one random Thursday every month. But yeah, the McDonald's McRib, I was shocked that it was been going on for like 40 years.
Yeah, it's got like a cult following, I feel like.
Yeah.
Same with the filet of fish.
Filet of fish.
I like the filet of fish.
Well,
that's always on the menu.
Oh,
we'll
really?
have to do a taste test for the McRib. We'll have to get that on tape there.
I was there's a new TikTok challenge or YouTube challenge. It's the McDonald's challenge, and the challenge is you got to eat 4 double quarter pounders. So that's 2 pounds worth of burgers, 2 large fries, 30 McNuggets, and 4 large sodas in under 90 minutes.
There's no way. I mean,
I watched a guy on YouTube do it in under 9 minutes.
Disgusting.
I think I could do it.
It's gross.
Dude, that's impressive. Wait, hold on. Are you willing to try that? That might have to
For
be
some
something
Wingin' It, if Wingin' It sponsors it and pays for the meal, I'll try it.
that we would 100%. That is totally something we would do.
Okay.
Let me get in touch with our board of directors.
All right.
I was gonna say like that. Jesus Christ, like the 2 large fries. The sodas would kill me. I mean, I'm not even a soda guy. That's gonna Jesus Christ. It's making me think of what was the McDonald's thing that all of our health classes showed us in 6th grade.
Super size me.
Super size.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I'm not doing 3 meals a day, but I'm damn near close.
I personally think I could absolutely hammer the sodas. Like I think that would.
I might switch it to like blue Powerade. You think that's allowed?
I mean, I guess would Twitter call
I guess we gotta look up the specific rules.
We can do a poll and see if they'd let you switch it out for that.
Yeah.
But 90 minutes is like Brendan just kept repeating while we were watching this video, like, why is this dude doing this so fast when he has 90 minutes? Like he was done in 9.
Yeah.
Like
the dude did a lot of 90 minutes and was just absolutely destroyed the food. And he was like this skinny little dude.
I mean,
Crazy.
30 nuggets and the 2 large fries are like, that I can definitely take down. What is it? The 4 quarter pounders you said?
That's what I'm saying.
That 4 double quarter pounders. So it's 2 pounds worth of patty.
Yeah. And there's like an extra bun in the middle of there too. You got some mayo on there. I'm kind of plain guy.
No. The double quarter pounders don't have the extra bun. That's only the Big Mac.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. So Brendan's got it. Alex, I mean, are you putting down that much food? Are you McDonald's guy?
No, I'm not that big of a McDonald's or Taco Bell guy anymore. After like the whole college phase, I feel like we got that way too often. And then
still can't get enough.
And then I don't know if I could even eat that much. Back in like high school, I feel like I could have like, let's do. We did like 300 wings at Mulligan's once, but that was between like 4, 5, 8 guys, maybe. I don't know.
Still, I'm one of the guys that gets like if I'm, I would get a fast food meal and kind of hope that lasts me throughout the day. Like I'm not a breakfast guy, or any of you guys breakfast guys? I know it's the most important meal.
I would say breakfast is my biggest meal of the day usually.
Really? What you're preparing yourself every morning?
Not as much since I moved to Dallas, but like before that, definitely. Yeah. Like I would eat a lot of eggs. I would eat oatmeal, yogurt.
Wow.
Because I work out in the morning. So it'd be right after I work out, I'd be really hungry.
I'll eat breakfast food. I'm not really I usually do like probably like 2 meals or like later meals, but I'll eat breakfast food for my first meal at like 11 or 12. That's what I'll do.
Sure. I definitely most important meal of the day.
Yeah.
Make myself like a breakfast sandwich, eat some fruit, do it all, dude.
The breakfast sandwich is huge. That's certainly something that, and I'm like you, Jack. I guess that's an important caveat. I'll eat breakfast food kind of because I like sleep too. Sometimes, I'm catching a couple extra Z's. All right, more tea while I plug in my charger.
Okay. This ex-cop in France left a suicide note confessing that he was the notorious serial killer that terrorized Paris in the 1990s. And,
really?
Jesus.
Yeah. So
wonder if
what's one
truth to it or not.
Yeah.
Paris.
His name's Francois Vevreau.
Right. Sorry, say it again.
Francois Vevreau. I just look up Paris serial killer cop or something.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah. Dylan, Mike Tyson was just pretty straight up about it, but he said that he is down to fight one of the Paul brothers, quote unquote. Hell yeah, that would be a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's come down to. I think a post today from Jake Paul, basically on vacation with Julie Rose. And he said, no one wants to fight him. So I'm on vacation or I'm on retirement, which I found interesting. Everyone said, I think he's joking because he says retirement, but I do think that is a real thing that nobody wants to fight this dude. They do for the bag, but I think he's looking for more serious fights to increase his clout. And they don't want any part of that for the embarrassment possibility.
Yeah.
Did you say Jake Paul, right?
Yeah.
Paul, yeah. Logan Paul, I mean, they're just like, it's like an exhibition for money against him.
Yeah, I agree completely with that. I do think that he's getting to the point. I mean, like he gets 1 or 2 big fights under his belt, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, I guess this guy just through YouTube became a boxer. Like,
dude, and I was just thinking about that too. It's like good for the Pauls to run going. There's so many TikTokers that have their month of kind of being on the FYP page, and it's like, wait, what are you doing for us lately? The Pauls went from being Vine sensations to still being sensations, where Nick Coletti and like what is it, Casey Fry? I mean, they're still popular, but they definitely did not take the same trajectory as the Paul brothers, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right, this is super fucked up, but 2 Ohio narcotics police officers charged with distributing 7.5 kilograms of fentanyl, which is like,
that is so fucked up.
Yeah, that can kill like 5 million people or some stat like that. So
yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's just like I knew this epidemic was a huge thing. I think probably in like 2017. I guess it's just been ongoing with the fentanyl epidemic, but because it's just lacing for a cheaper product, right? People just being
scumbags. Yeah,
but it's like a speck of it can like kill you, apparently. So pretty fucked.
And it's like they'll lace some heroin too with that, right? And that's where it's like extra lethal.
I think they'll lace like any like cocaine, Xanax, like pretty much anything with it.
Pot.
I don't get the point. Like I know that it's like any other hard drug that, oh yeah, you want to get fucked up, like take some of that. But when you're dealing with such a, I guess, volatile substance,
this is
like,
no one's like, hey, you trying to fuck with some fentanyl tonight and see what happens.
No.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's like purposely buying it. I think it's getting laced in with
like, is it, I don't know, is it cheap? Like,
yeah, I believe it's very cheap.
Well, it's what people basically in hospitals use to, like, it's almost like a stronger morphine, right? I could be totally wrong on that.
Buying patients and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, sad stuff. But there's I didn't get to see the whole thing she said, but there's a Facebook whistleblower who testified in front of Congress on Capitol Hill that it's tearing our society apart, and she has a bunch of info on it. So I need to know a little more about what she's talking about. But
yeah, I thought we already kind of knew this, I guess, in terms of just like the general public was like, yeah, Facebook took money over our privacy, but I guess she's got some more revealing details. And yeah, like you, I haven't kind of dug into it that much, but it's not going unbeknownst that she's naming herself, because that's a powerful company that who knows what they can do to you.
Speaking of Facebook, with the outage yesterday, Zuckerberg's net worth dropped by like $7 billion, which is pretty fucking nuts. That's not much to him, obviously, but that's still a crazy big number to have your net worth drop. I bet he was just mad that he dropped, that made him drop a place below Bill Gates. So I bet that pissed him off.
I've got a question coming off of that where it's like everyone's like, oh my God, Facebook is down, WhatsApp is down. And I was just like, who the hell actually cares about that other than my 67 aunt, year-old aunt Melissa? Like, who the hell is using, Instagram was down. I was kind of on the toilet. I was like, what the hell is going on? I was like, what the hell am I going to look at? But I didn't think Facebook really disrupted me that much. Are you guys in the same boat? What's an app that would kind of tilt your day if it was totally out? Because the fantasy football app on Sunday's got to be up there for me.
Mine would be Twitter, 100%.
Twitter for me.
Yeah. If Twitter was out, I don't know what I would read.
I'm a big Instagram user too, but similar. Like, I think I sat down at the toilet at work and I was like, huh. All right, like,
it's kind of nice while it was down.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't affect
you
me.
Pulled out a magazine, you're like, huh, yeah, what this was like. What do people use WhatsApp for? I didn't understand why that was such a big deal.
It's like you can communicate to other people out of the country. Like,
out of what? I'm sorry.
Via text. Out of the country.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like international.
So huge for international business. Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. What else do we have? William Shatner. He's on all those Capital One commercials. He is going on the next space voyage with Jeff Bezos. So
what's in your wallet?
The captain on Star Trek. So
Yeah, I did see that. He's going to the edge of space on the Blue Orbit flight. How many is this? This can't be just the second one. I imagine they've been doing a couple of stuff with celebrities. This might be the most noteworthy one.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right. It says
I could be wrong too. Yeah.
Well, the significance of this is he's 90, so he's going to be the oldest person to go to space ever.
Really? I mean, shit. We sent Muffet McGraw up there 2 months ago. What the hell was that chick's name?
Yeah, I know you're the old lady who got to go.
Muffin McGraw.
Dude, Muffet McGraw coaches Notre Dame Fighting Irish women's basketball.
All right, I don't know if you guys talked about this last week, but the Treasury says we're going to be out of money by October 18th. I don't even get how that works. But.
I know. Are we fucked? I don't know. I was reading something today where Mitch McConnell has used this to gain votes 3 different times. And I'm like, okay, what the hell? The stock market was terrible on Monday, bounced back today. Who knows? I feel like that's every single day. We're probably going to find some way to keep going up.
Yeah.
Did you buy Facebook?
I have not. No, I've laid off of Zuckerberg and the homies.
They dipped, and I was like, should I just dump a bunch of money into it?
Dude, Netflix is up over like $650 now as a company stock price.
All right, we just got a couple things left here. Scientists at Stanford have created, and University of North Carolina have created a 3D printed vaccine patch that provides greater protection than the shot, so you can wear it like a nicotine patch.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you for I was literally thinking of a nicotine patch. Hey, maybe they'll get some people down south to do it.
Yeah. R. Kelly found guilty of all federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges in his case.
Is he going to get off, or is finally justice going to do itself? And like, he's not going to lawyer out of this, right?
I don't think he'll get out of it. Yeah. But I saw a quote today that said he's exposing all the other fellow celebrity pedophiles. So,
oof.
Well, and then he's probably going to be hanging in his freaking cell like Epstein soon.
Yeah. NBA Youngboy, his new album beats out Drake's album for most sold units in the first week, which is pretty crazy.
Really? Any bangers? Anyone check that out yet?
That would be a Brendan question.
I've listened to a couple songs. NBA Youngboy has like the most devoted fan base of maybe anyone of all time. They're fucking crazy.
The Twitter memes of his fan base are so fun.
NBA Youngboy listening to a voicemail. Yeah. Oh, did we lose Jack? Did we lose me?
I'm here.
Yeah, shit. I don't know what happened.
They lost connection.
Oh, that's tough. All right. Well, I mean, that wraps up the tea unless we get him back here soon. We can edit this out, but a good way to end it there with NBA Youngboy. Alex, were we clean and sharp, not unlike last week?
Yeah, no. I think other than the R. Kelly thing, I think I saw that it's looking pretty bad for him ever since last we talked. So
the court system was always dragged out. That's why, I mean, Bill Cosby gets freed, and it's just like, what the hell's gonna happen? Yeah. All right, we'll close it out. We'll talk next week, homie.
See you, man.
This is Winging It.